Please remain standing as Ms. Megan Bennett, a music major and a member of the class of 2026, leads us in the national anthem.
Oh, say can not stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, or the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Megan, and thank you to members of our brass ensemble. We also want to recognize Dr. David Johnson, professor of music, who directed our ensemble and who composed the original processional march that we use today for the first time, and we are excited to add this new work to our commencement traditions. Thank you, Dr. Johnson. Please be seated, and good afternoon. Welcome to the Georgia College and State University's commencement ceremony for the class of 2026. Commencement is one of our most joyful and meaningful traditions, a day when we come together to recognize the hard work, resilience, and remarkable achievement of our graduates. I'm delighted that so many family members and friends could join our graduates for today's celebration. This year is especially meaningful not only for our graduates, but also for Georgia College and State University as we celebrate the 30th anniversary of our designation as the state's public liberal arts university. That distinction reflects a powerful promise to provide a high-quality, student-centered education, one that offers the depth, mentorship, and transformational experiences associated with elite private institutions, but at a public university cost. As a public liberal arts university, Georgia College and State University intentionally empowers students to explore, collaborate, learn by doing, and seize more opportunities to make a positive difference in the world. Students can find and follow their passions while developing habits of mind that define a liberal arts education: critical thinking, effective communication, ethical reasoning, and a commitment to civic engagement. With the guidance of outstanding faculty mentors, students practice problem solving, engage in civil discourse, and learn to lead, serve, and adapt in a complex and changing world. For many years, Georgia College and State University was a hidden gem in both state and the nation. That, I'm happy to tell you, is no longer the case. Among ever-increasing accolades, this year, GCSU was ranked in the top 5 public colleges or universities in the 12-state Regional South category of U.S. News and World Report's annual rankings, and was included in the top 10 honors for best undergraduate teaching and most innovative schools among all public and private universities in this 12-state region. Our programs in business, computer science, nursing, and psychology also receive top honors. With 34 undergraduate majors and 31 graduate programs, including 2 doctoral programs, that meet the needs of scholars, professionals, and the dynamic workforce in our state, Georgia College and State University prepares students to make a difference in the real world, regardless of the major they choose and the opportunities or challenges they may face. And just yesterday, the University System of Georgia Board of Regents approved Georgia College's 32nd graduate program, a new Master of Science degree in Artificial Intelligence Strategy, which will begin this fall. This program will blend liberal arts principles with the strategic need of our technologically driven society and addresses one of the most consequential workforce transformations in history. Many of the individuals who make today's educational experience possible are with us today, either participating in the ceremony or seated in the audience. So I'd like to first ask all of our faculty, staff, and administrators who have contributed to or mentored the class graduating today to please stand and be recognized. Thank you all. I'd also like to recognize a few special guests who have joined us for today's ceremony. The family and guest of our student speaker, Miss Alexis Walker, are seated here to my left, your right. Thank you for joining us today. And a shout out through our live stream to the family of our keynote speaker, Dr. Callens. We know you're watching via live stream, so hello to all of you. For many of our students, GCSU is a family affair. If you are in the audience and you are a GCSU graduate, would you stand and be recognized for your continuing legacy at one of the finest universities in the South? Thank you, and welcome back. Today represents a milestone in the lives of all who will graduate, but we have to acknowledge that many people contributed to the success of this graduating class. These graduates have been encouraged, funded, and guided by many of you in attendance today. So if you are a spouse, partner, child, parent, grandparent, sibling, aunt, uncle, guardian, or other supporting family member of one of our graduates, we'd like to ask you to rise and allow our graduating class to acknowledge the role you have played in their success today. Thank you all. We're glad you are here. It is now my privilege to introduce today's keynote speaker, Dr. Keisha Renee Callens, a physician, educator, advocate, and above all, a champion for the communities she serves. Dr. Callens has built her career around a simple but powerful idea that where you live should not determine the quality of health care you receive. As an obstetrician-gynecologist with community health care systems, she cares for patients in rural Middle Georgia, walking alongside women and families through some of life's most important moments. Her work in Twiggs and Jones counties reflects not only clinical excellence, but a deep commitment to trust, dignity, and access. That commitment has shaped every chapter of her professional journey. Born in Jamaica, Dr. Callens developed an early understanding of the importance of community-centered care. After earning a bachelor's degree in biology from the University of Virginia and a master's degree in public health from the University of Alabama, she went on to earn her medical degree from the Morehouse School of Medicine. As a National Health Service Corps scholar, Dr. Callens made an early promise to serve underserved communities. Today, as the immediate past chair of the National Advisory Council for the same organization, She guides national efforts to strengthen the healthcare workforce where it is needed most. In addition to her clinical work, Dr. Callens has made a lasting impact in medical education. At Mercer University's School of Medicine, she serves as the Joy McCann Endowed Professor and Clinical Professor in the Department of Community Medicine, a department she once led as chair. There, she has helped a generation of physicians see medicine not just as a profession, but as a calling to serve. If that were not enough, what truly sets Dr. Callens apart is the way she bridges worlds. She is equally at home in a rural clinic, a classroom, a research setting, or speaking to policymakers about the needs of underserved communities. She has presented everywhere, from local community gatherings to national leadership circles, always bringing the voices of her patients with her. Her influence also extends here to Georgia College and State University. As a member of our College of Health Sciences Leadership Board and a member of the governing board of the Sandra Dunnigan Deal Center for Early Language and Literacy, she has invested in the success of our students and the well-being of families across our region and our state. Colleagues and students alike often speak of Dr. Callens as a mentor who leads with generosity, someone who not only opens doors, but walks alongside others as they step through them. Whether through her research, her advocacy, or her patient care, she has shown what it means to lead with purpose and compassion. Graduates, as you prepare to enter or advance in your professions, Dr. Callens is an extraordinary example of how knowledge, service, and heart can come together to make a lasting difference. Please join me now in welcoming Dr. Keisha Callens to the podium. Following her remarks, Dr. Will Evans, Dean of the College of Health Sciences, will introduce our student speaker. Please welcome Dr. Keisha Callens.
Good afternoon, everyone. So I'm going to wait. That doesn't sound very happy. So for those of you that know me, I will make you do jumping jacks if you don't say it loud enough. So let's try again. Good afternoon. That's better. Thank you so much to our president, to our platform party, to our faculty that are here today, to our family and friends and all the villages represented, and to you, our graduates, congratulations. So I have a few words to share with you, and I have a couple of items for part of my speech. So I've divided today's remarks into 3 parts, and I love quotes, so you're going to hear a lot of them. How do you know if someone needs encouragement? If they're breathing. That's the quote that's transcribed on the wall of the dining hall of the original Chick-fil-A in Rome. I remember visiting and I saw that on the wall and I thought, wow, as long as a person is breathing, they need encouragement. So my first objective today is to tell you that I'm here today to encourage you to encourage others. And remember, as long as they're breathing, so that means everyone that you're coming in contact with needs your encouragement. After all, isn't that what healthcare is all about? Every question you ask about a medical history, a surgical history, a family history, or a social history, you're trying to learn information to help encourage your patient about what to do or what not to do. Then your assessment and your plan will be designed and delivered in a way that will encourage them to accept and implement your plan, and even encourage them to discontinue to avoid things that can impede their progress. Never underestimate the power that you possess to build people up with your encouragement. That same power can break or berate people. So use your power for good. Words actually do matter, and I want you to think about that everyone, every time, everywhere. Part 2. I remember it like yesterday. It was probably about 12 or 13 years ago. It was change of shift while I was on call for the weekend, and I had an 18-week pregnant mom with twins that had been treated with the flu earlier that week, and she had now been readmitted with a fever. I requested additional testing and found that she was positive for strep, and so I ordered IV antibiotics. Later that evening, the nurse on shift paged to report that the patient care technician had gone into the room to repeat the patient's vital signs, and the patient said she could not hear. Okay? I said, "Thank you for telling me," but then immediately thought, what in the world should I do if she can't hear? That's not like the body parts that I'm usually working with, right? OBGYN, not the ears. So, the ear, again, is not something I typically work with, but anyhow. I was grateful that the nurse shared it with me because I knew this was important. I knew it was something that was clinical, but I wasn't really sure how that was yet related. And even though I still don't remember how the Lord guided my steps about what to do next, even though I was unsure, I remember that I chose to place a neurology consult. I'm sure the Lord made me do that, and I'm really glad I listened to him when he told me. So usually it's my practice, if I do have a pregnant patient, to call the physician that I'm referring to and explain what's going on with the patient so that they know kind of what they're going into. Pregnant women, for some reason, is really scary to a lot of people, and so I wanted to do that. However, it just so happened that afternoon, it was a Friday evening, I still remember, the paging system went down, and I was not able to reach that physician in advance. So it just so happens that I believe maybe with pregnant patients, because of that dual advocacy role, it either terrifies people or it makes them very interested, one of the two. So, as divine intervention would have it, that physician had the presence of mind to see that patient, even though I had not explained in advance what was being needed. He then called and shared with me that based on his physical exam, that he really thought the patient had meningitis. How interesting is that? And recommended that she be transferred to the ICU, where she had to have a spinal tap, and we started therapy. So it's really interesting that what actually happened was she had a sensory neural conversion, and that sudden change in her status is what made her lose her hearing temporarily. Like, who thought losing your hearing in meningitis? So the story gets more interesting. She got transferred to the ICU, but she took a downward turn. And for those of you who are immersed in clinicals, know that when it comes to sepsis, you can have the extreme of having really high temperatures and very abnormal labs. But the other end of the spectrum is they can get very hypothermic. That is the coldest live patient that I've ever worked on. We had to get warm IV fluids, a bed warmer, like all these things is trying to warm her up. So I will tell you that the good news is mom and babies, because she was pregnant with twins, actually did really well. But I want to pull the layers back on that. Let's pretend we're working with the Vidalia onion. We are in Georgia. Who can read credit for saving those 3 lives? I want you to think about it for a second. Who's the hero in that picture? Is it the technician who noticed the seemingly random observation that the patient could not hear when she spoke to her and reported it to the undoubtedly busy nurse? Was it the busy nurse at change of shift who took the time to page me to let me know that something that seemed very random might actually be important and share that with me? Or was it the OBGYN who initially was not sure how loss of hearing could be clinically significant in that case scenario? Or was it the neurologist who was not too perturbed or busy to put off that consult until the next morning and went in and saw the patient? So again, there are lots of opportunities there where things may or may not work. So I hope you're leaving that story with a perspective that confirms that the health and well-being of the patient actually depends on the healthcare team, working in tandem with a shared understanding that each member, each player on that team plays a very integral role in ensuring the best outcome for the patient, and in my case, patients, plural. And even in cases where the anticipated outcome is not the most desired, we can still have a transformative impact on their healthcare journey. So my second objective is to remind you that your graduation today solidifies your recognition and induction as what I am calling the VVP, you are a very valuable player. Remember that. As people start acting funny, tell them you're a VVP. On whatever healthcare team you will be assigned to serve on, we need to remember that our individual actions can make a difference, but together, we can make real change. So as I anticipated, I would have some graduates present that maybe have a variety of learning styles. And so I hope my written learners are taking notes on their phone or they're having someone to record it. My auditory learners probably got what I was saying because you're listening. But then I wanted to make sure that our visual learners were also going to be able to take away the same message. So I'm prepared, hence the props that I have. So I am a public health leader as well, and so let's talk about oral health. And I'm very prepared. I have lots of things for you. So we need the entire team for us to have good oral health. Is it enough for you only to have a toothbrush? I need to see faces and heads moving. Okay, good. No. You can have a toothbrush, but you need toothpaste, right? And I went to the store today. I went to Kroger, and I got some Sensodyne for those of you who may have sensitive teeth. I have some Colgate, Optic White, of course, for those who are interested. And then I also have some Crest. So in order for you to have good oral health, do you think you only need toothpaste and a toothbrush? Good, everyone's following. So I have more things. So I have some fancy oil-pulling oral rinse. For those of you who are familiar with oil pulling, it really helps your teeth to get white. I have some mouthwash as well. I have original floss, the floss that my dentist wants me to use, but it's really hard to do that. And I have the floss sticks with a pick. I have the really special in-between your gum floss sticks. Have you seen these? These are really cool. And then I even have a tongue scraper, right? And so why am I sharing all of that? If we only had one person on that team, the toothbrush or the toothpaste maybe, that's not enough for us to get the desired outcome. We literally need a whole team to get the best teeth and the best oral health. And we do know that oral health is important for pregnant women, decreases the risk of preterm labor, it decreases the risk of dementia, lots of benefits. And so you probably are going to leave here and go to the store and upgrade all your dental supplies when you leave here. So medicine is a team sport, and you will be an important contributor to that team. Please do not take that lightly. Lives are depending on it. And remember, you are a very valuable player, or a VVP. So part 3, we're at the end. Congratulations on your accomplishments today. Whether you are first in your family, thanks for beating the odds. Whether you're continuing a tradition of achievement, thanks for not messing up the curve. You are making history today, and that is worth celebrating. I believe we have 300 graduates, and that is outstanding. On behalf of your faculty, family, and friends that have given you their time, their talents, and their tokens, and even to the people who thought they were hurting you, but actually were fueling your fire to keep going by doubting what you could actually do today. We are proud of you, not only because of the degree with which you will be conferred today, but also because of all, and I have that in all caps, the things, the mountains you moved, the hurdles you jumped, the tightropes you traversed, not to mention the blood, sweat, and tears you have overcome to make it here today. You should give credit to the network you rely on. And with that, I'm going to jump over to something a little seemingly random. The 5G network is very last year, so I got a new phone this weekend, so work with me. My third objective is to remind you about the depth and breadth of what I'm calling your 6G network. Your goals. You did exactly what you said you would do. Your gifts. You must know your superpowers and your strengths. Your grit. The motivation that prevents you from giving up or giving in to your feelings, your frustrations, your fears, or your failures. Your growth, because, another quote, there is no growth in the comfort zone, and there is no comfort in the growth zone. Your gratitude, all of the people that you interact with who allowed you in their room so you could increase your knowledge and skill to help your future patients and your future clients, you have to be grateful because they're a part of that learning process too. And grace, the kind you may or may not have earned, but you benefit from, and some of you might be saying an amen to that. Considering all the G's mentioned, right about now, you should be feeling an immense amount of joy about your accomplishments to date, and especially today. So in closing, the most effective care is delivered by the most effective team. Everyone that's graduating today, and we have lots of alumni in the room, and we have our faculty here, we are all very valuable players. The teeth do not get clean and pretty and white and keep our patients healthy if we're only using one thing. You are a valuable part of that team, and so every time you take on a task, you show up to help, I want you to present your full self, because that full self that you bring is an important part of the team. So my 3 remembrances for you are, number 1, be encouraging. Everyone that's breathing needs encouragement. Number 2, be a very valuable player, because healthy teeth don't rely on just toothpaste. And lastly, keep boosting your 6G network and take a moment, acknowledge your accomplishments, and think of all the amazing things that you'll do to continue our tradition here at Georgia College State and University. Thank you.
Alexis Walker is an exercise science major from Jefferson, Georgia. Graduating summa cum laude, recognized as one of our class valedictorians, she's an active member of Phi Kappa Phi Honor Society, Baptist Collegiate Ministries, and the Exercise Science Club. In addition to her involvement on campus, she serves as a community advisor in Wells Hall. Her academic excellence and leadership have been recognized through the Outstanding Exercise Science Junior Award and Most Outstanding Exercise Science Major Award. Following graduation, Alexis will complete an internship with Active Kids and Adult Therapy before pursuing graduate studies in occupational therapy.
Welcome, fellow graduates, faculty, friends, and families. I want to ask you a simple question. How do you measure a life well lived? By achievements or by the impact you've made on others? It's not a question we usually ask ourselves in moments like this. And standing here today feels a little surreal. For many of us, this place has been way more than just where we went to class. It's where we pulled late nights at the library, hung out on front campus, talked for hours at the max, and sometimes questioned if we were really going to get through it all. And yet, here we are. We made it. Today, we celebrate an amazing accomplishment, but behind every achievement here is something less visible. It's the people who helped us get here. No one walks this path alone. It's the classmate who shared notes during a stressful week, the professors who challenged and encouraged us, and the families, friends, and mentors who stood behind us through every high and low. College is way more than an education. It's a community built through shared experiences. And that community not only supported us, it shaped us. It challenged us to think bigger, work harder, and become more than we were when we first arrived. Some of that growth is easy to see with new knowledge, skills, and opportunities, but a lot of it's quieter. It's in moments of failure, uncertainty, and discomfort, and in the moments when we had to keep going when things didn't go as planned. And that is where resilience is built. I recently learned in abnormal psychology that there are 2 principles to help explain how people grow and change: equifinality and multifinality. Equifinality reminds us that different paths can lead to the same outcome. And multifinality reminds us that the same starting point can lead to very different futures. And if you look around today, you can see both of those ideas right here in this room. We all arrived at Georgia College in our own way. We came from different hometowns, different families, and different stories. And yet, somehow, we all ended up here sharing this moment together. At the same time, even though we walked the same campus and sat in the same classrooms, no two experiences were exactly the same. Somewhere along the way, between the pressure, learning, mistakes, and small victories, we changed. And not all at once, but piece by piece. At times, it may have felt like we were just checking boxes or finishing requirements, but looking back, it was something deeper than that. We learned how to think critically, communicate clearly, and to adapt when things didn't go as planned. And most importantly, we learned how to persevere. At some point, every single one of us has experienced failure. Failure is uncomfortable. It can feel isolating, frustrating, and discouraging. But it's also one of the most powerful teachers we have. It forces us to reflect, adjust, and grow, and it reminds us that progress is not a straight line. We know now that failure is not a dead end. It's where growth begins. And as Winston Churchill said, success is not final, failure is not fatal, and it is the courage to continue that counts. The world we are stepping into will ask a lot of us, but it will also give us many opportunities to make a difference. Because purpose isn't always something loud or extraordinary. Most of the time, it shows up in small moments. It's in how we treat people when no one's watching, whether we choose patience over frustration, and whether we take the time to listen, include, and encourage. The impact we make won't only be measured in titles or achievements. It will be measured in people, in how others feel after working with us, learning from us, or simply being around us. That's what this all comes down to. Our education and experience have given us the tools to succeed, but our community has given us something way more powerful. So, as we move forward, let's not just focus on where we are going, but what we've learned and who we've become. Because the paths ahead may be uncertain, but the resilience, compassion, and determination that we've built here will propel us to achieve more than we've ever imagined. So, wherever life takes us next, may we remember that success and failure will come and go, but the courage to continue and the choice to make a difference are what will truly define us. Congratulations, class of 2026, and go Bobcats!
Thank you very much, Alexis. Thank you, Dr. Callens. Thank you both for inspirational remarks. This week, we are holding 4 ceremonies to celebrate the 1,400 members of the Georgia College and State University class of 2026. While this ceremony today includes only a portion of our graduates, we will recognize the accomplishments of the entire class throughout our ceremony today. This accomplished group of students not only exemplifies excellence in their academic achievements, but also embodies the true spirit of a liberal arts education: curiosity, critical thinking, and a commitment to making a meaningful impact in the world. Georgia College is fortunate to not only attract students from almost every county in the state of Georgia, but from across the nation and around the world, including graduates in this class from Canada, Congo, Denmark, France, Italy, Jamaica, Kenya, Nigeria, Spain, Trinidad and Tobago, Vietnam, and Zambia. And as one of only 3 selective institutions in the university system of Georgia, our students must demonstrate high standards of academic achievement prior to and after admission to the university. All of our graduate students are required to maintain a minimum GPA of 3.0 in advanced rigorous coursework to receive their degree. The fact that each graduate student here today is evidence that you have met this high standard, and the hood you will receive as you cross the stage will be a symbol of your accomplishments. Several of our undergraduate students have also maintained especially commendable levels of academic achievement throughout their undergraduate studies, and they are wearing a blue-collar stole. Undergraduate students who are expected to earn a final grade point average of 3.6 to 3.74 are being recognized today with the distinction of cum laude. Would these students please stand and be recognized? Congratulations. Undergraduate students who are expected to earn a final grade point average of 3.75 to 3.89 are being recognized today with the distinction of magna cum laude. Would these students please stand and be recognized? Congratulations. Undergraduate students who are expected to earn a final grade point average of 3.9 to 4.0 are being recognized today with the highest distinction of summa cum laude. Would these students please stand and be recognized? Congratulations. In addition, 23 of our summa cum laude graduates have earned a perfect 4.0 in all of their undergraduate coursework, 4 of whom are from the College of Health Sciences. I'd like to ask these students to rise as I honor them as your class valedictorians. Would each of you stand as your name is called, and I'd ask the audience to hold your applause until all 4 names have been read. Natalie Grace Suzanne Idem, Emma Marie Laprade, Anna Frances Sorkoff, and Alexis Victoria Walker. Congratulations to our 4 valedictorians. Congratulations on your perfect academic records. Thank you. A record 75 students in this graduating class were accepted to the John E. Sahlstrom Honors College and have completed our rigorous undergraduate honors program. These graduates are identified in the commencement program with a triangle by their names and by the medallion and honor cord they are wearing as part of their regalia. Will the Honors College graduates participating in this ceremony please stand and be recognized? Congratulations. Every year, each college selects an outstanding senior and presents them with a medallion for a combination of their academic achievement, campus and community involvement, and other criteria. Our outstanding graduate for the College of Health Sciences is Alexandria Elise Williams. Congratulations. Our Bobcat student athletes lead the state of Georgia in graduation rates among all NCAA Division I and Division II schools, and they consistently have one of the highest GPAs among their peers in the university system of Georgia and the Peach Belt Conference. And for the 5th year in a row, our GCSU student athletes have had the highest graduation rate of any NCAA Division II public university in the entire United States of America. There are 58 of these outstanding Bobcat student athletes in this graduating class. Would Bobcat student athletes in today's ceremony please stand and let us recognize you? Congratulations and thank you. Georgia College encourages learning by doing through transformative experiences inside and outside the classroom. These transformative experiences include study abroad, which broadens students' perspectives and prepares them to participate more fully in a global world. Internships, as well as clinical courses and student teaching, are also key transformative experiences that allow our students to apply knowledge in real-world situations and put ideas into action. Another significant feature of the public liberal arts experience is the opportunity to engage in original, mentored research or creative projects with the support of our faculty. In many cases, our students get to present their work at state or national conferences. Students also have opportunities to participate in intensive leadership programs and to become involved in more than 160 student organizations, including student government, fraternities and sororities, recreational sports clubs, and other social and service organizations. A final factor that distinguishes Georgia College from other institutions is the commitment on the part of our students and faculty to give back to the community. Our students provide approximately 40,000 hours in volunteer service every year to community agencies and schools in the Middle Georgia region. These transformative experiences are woven into the fabric of the Georgia College experience for each of our students. To give you an idea of what I'm talking about, I'd like to ask all of our graduates who have participated in study abroad, internships, clinical coursework, student teaching, mentored research, leadership programs, student organizations, or community-based programs to please stand. As they say, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you all. As we acknowledge service provided by our students in the community, we also want to thank members of this graduating class who have served our country or who will leave this ceremony today to be commissioned to serve in one of the branches of our nation's armed services. Would these graduates and their families please stand and be recognized for their service, commitment, and sacrifice for our country? Graduates. Thank you for your service. As you have seen, the class of 2026 is indeed a talented and accomplished group of students. These students are prepared to fill positions in a vast variety of professions, including careers that, in an ever-changing professional landscape, may not even exist yet. Graduates, your contributions through scholarship, leadership, engagement, and service have not only helped you to grow, but you have enriched our entire community. We are so proud of each of you. Please join me once again in acknowledging all of the accomplishments for the class of 2026. Well done. As Dr. Holly Roberts, our Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, comes forward, I want our graduates to know how excited I am to take a picture with all of you as you cross the stage, even if they're not going to let me take selfies up here. Unfortunately, as many of you remember, I still have some issues with my hand and found out Monday I've got to have even more surgery, and my doctor said I could not shake 1,400 hands today and tomorrow. So instead, when you cross the stage, you're going to notice a set of footprints on the stage that will indicate where you should stand so that we can take a picture together today. So let's get on with the main event. Dr. Roberts, will you begin the conferral of degrees?
Will the members of the Doctor of Nursing Practice please stand? President Cox, these students have completed their respective degree requirements at Georgia College and State University. Pending final approval by the faculty and certification by the registrar, I am pleased to recommend them to you for the conferral of their doctoral degrees.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia, and pending final approval of the Georgia College and State University faculty and certification by the registrar, I hereby confer on you the Doctor of Nursing Practice degree with all of the rights, responsibilities, and privileges thereunto appertaining. Congratulations.
Each of our doctoral degree recipients will now be recognized individually. Each graduate will receive their doctoral hood from their research advisor. They will then be recognized by Dean Will Evans and President Kathy Cox. Students' names will be read by Dr. Joyce Norris Taylor, Assistant Professor of Nursing.
Latanya Michelle Adesanoloi. Kimberly Joy Burke. Amy Denise Cochran. Melanie Page Hammond. Chelsea Sawyer Kitchens. Laura Allison McGrath. Jessica Joanne Miller. Ranisha Michelle Rudolph Meadows. Kavita Tulo Lewis. Camille Melinda Usher.
This concludes the conferral of the doctoral degrees. Please join me in congratulating Georgia College and State University's doctoral degree recipients. We will now confer the master's degrees. Will the candidates for the master's degrees please stand? President Cox, these students and others in absentia have completed their respective degree requirements at Georgia College and State University. Pending final approval by the faculty and certification by the registrar, I am pleased to recommend them to you for the conferral of their master's degrees.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia, and pending final approval of the Georgia College and State University faculty and certification of the registrar, I hereby confer on you the master's degrees as listed in the commencement program, with all of the rights, responsibilities, and privileges thereunto appertaining. Congratulations.
Please be seated. Each of our master's degree recipients will now be recognized individually in the order that they appear in the College of Health Sciences section of the commencement program. Graduates will be hooded by Dr. Mike Martino and Dr. Joanne Spalding, both faculty in the School of Health and Human Performance. They will then be recognized by Dean Will Evans and President Kathy Cox. Students' names will be read by Dr. Joyce Norris Taylor, Assistant Professor of Nursing.
Samantha Ballesteros, Colorado. Taylor Riley Bowman. Melanie Elise Dobbs. Kavon Cornell Hicks. Marissa Lachey Jones. Carlvin Wendell Chimampa Lewis II. Quintavarius Charles Moss. Nikki Sims Perkins. Stephen Zachary Ward. Kenneth Watt, Jr. Hope Danielle Davis. Alexis Renee Figures. Carly Brooke Galloway. Haley Ann Harrison. Garrett Raymond Johnson. Carly Alexa Malden. Scarlett Ann Marie Patton. Zachary Armin Taylor. Sierra McKenna Wayner. Haley Ryan Woodaz. Nealana R. Battle. Victoria Nicole Blake. Casey Thomas Gibson. Sydney F. Lawrence. Hunter Christopher Martin. Mackenzie Riley Modica. Nyla Elizabeth Rose Moore. Owen Parker Nobles. Abigail Ritter. Lindsay Claire Swerengen. Caitlin Missouri Allman. Hollyann Elizabeth Bolton. Jessica Albin Dove. Pure Lily Mafana Ekmo. Courtney Nicole Gardner. Vanessa O. Gilbert. Christina Parks Glover. Catherine Elizabeth Houston. Claire Williams Jackson. Jillian Nicole Jackson. Emmeline Grace Jeffries. Erin Elizabeth Johnson. Jetta Intoe Kaimachende. Holly Agner Kennedy. Brianna Caitlin Kuntz. Lauren Lane. Anna Garcia Leatherwood. Saw Young Lee. Xing Xing Lee. Grace Catherine McGibbon. Shania Renee Madrano. Ama Anasiwa Mensa. Peyton Nicole Miles. Catherine Nicole Mills. Julie Holbrook Murphy. Marquisa Neely. Yordi Ranfuri Oriana. Tahenia Michelle Pegler. Helen Ananaga Kwashi. Jessica Janelle Rembert. Rachel L. Sandell. Jessica Michelle Shepard. Macy Ryan Sykes. Amina A. Tarawali. Lee Light Thigpen. Tyra Janae Williams.
This concludes the conferral of the master's degrees. Please join me in congratulating these graduates. We will now confer the bachelor's degrees. Will the bachelor's degrees candidates please stand? President Cox, these students and others in absentia have completed their respective degree requirements at Georgia College and State University. Pending final approval by the faculty and certification by the registrar, I am pleased to recommend them to you for the conferral of their bachelor's degrees.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia, and pending final approval of the Georgia College and State University faculty and certification by the registrar, I hereby confer on you the bachelor's degrees as listed in the commencement program with all of the rights, responsibilities, and privileges thereunto appertaining. Congratulations. You may now move your tassel from the right to the left to signify that you are graduates.
Please be seated. Each of our bachelor's degree recipients will now be recognized individually. Graduates will cross the stage in the order they appear in the College of Health Sciences section of the commencement program and will be recognized by Dean Will Evans and President Kathy Cox. Students' names will be read by Dr. Joyce Norris Taylor and Dr. Shante Henry, both assistant professors of nursing.
Alexis Victoria Walker. Kristen Elizabeth Ali. Laura Almagro Gomez. Caitlin Elizabeth Ard. Bryce Cullen Arnold. Connor Johnston Askew. Mallory Jane Bates. Jacob Ellery Beard. Hannah Kennedy Blackman. Jared Nicholas Boone. Noah Thomas Boyd. Morgan Taylor Bridges. Haley Faith Broadnax. Livy Caroline Brown. Sarah Elizabeth Brown. Tylea Jada Brown. Jade Lauren Browning. Sydney Elizabeth Bryant. Nicholas Joseph Buffo. Sydney Francis Burks. Cameron Olivia Carlton. Marley Ann Carson. Callie Ray Carter. Lainey Maria Chesser. Megan Marie Christensen. Daniel Bud Collins, Jr. Caden Spencer Curtis. Megan Elizabeth Dagenhart. Shelby Grace Daniel. Austin Teal Davis. Ricky Ian Davis. Janvi Desai. Mara Catherine Dial. Morgan Elizabeth Dodson. Christian Michael Donaldson. Hope Elise Drummond. David Josiah Duclos.
Natalie Grace Suzanne Edom. Hannah Rachel Farrar. Gabriella Elizabeth Finnemore. Lainey Jean Faust. Colby Lee Frazier. Emma Isabella Galish. Lila Delaney Gap. Aspen Taylor Graham. Grace Suzanne Greer. Caitlin Marie Hall. Ginger Marie Harward Grant. Natalie Ann Herron. Ava Grace Heinzman. Brooke Elise Hoops. Kelton Andrew Ingram. Devon Rose Jatko. Mia Lee Kapczynski. Rebecca Joy Key. Hunter Kyle Kilgore. Anna Christina Ledford. Macklin Amelia Lillard. Madeline Elizabeth Lubneski. Kyle David Magersup. Anna Marie Marriott. Sarah Ann Mason. Caitlin Renee Maver. Russell Patrick McDonald. Maria Sophia Matros. Trinae Jendaya Miller. Preston Paul Morgan. Ella Wynn Morris. Summer Jade Mulgrew. Rebecca Lynn Myers. Mary Catherine McCarver Nolan. Sam Norris Riches. Miracle LaFaith Parker. Savannah Rose Patton. William Joseph Penn. Caroline Ray Pollock. Gabrielle Marie Portka. Sarah Elizabeth Richardson. Bailey Lynn Rollins. Lauren McKenzie Sr. Trent David Smith. Erin Elizabeth Spain. Sean Patrick Stark. Benjamin Harrison Stone. Jasmine Elaine Thompson. Jocelyn Thompson. Madeline Elizabeth Thorpe. Julia Marie Tipper. Carson Mitchell Tom. Tanner Nathan Truesdale. Bailey Blythe Vick. Sarah Abigail Vickers. Alexandria Elise Williams. Lindsay Jean Williams. Erin Helene Young. Rayleigh Michelle Young. Jacob David Beaver. Kayla Reese Adler. Tyler Philip Baker. Kaylee Reese Bassett. Madeline Christian Bemis. Brooke Elizabeth Berger. Amelia May Blankenship. Emily Reed Bottomer. Alexandra Moosbrugger Booz. Lucas Matthew Bradley. Micah Solomon Bradley. Ashlyn Grace Browning. Ashton Merritt Bernal. Connor Jacob Kane. Bella Kate Angelina Caro. Sarah Rose Charney. Caroline Ray Clayton. Kate Elizabeth Craven. Emma Grace Danley. Madison Brooke Davis. Claire Marie DeRoth. Ava Brooke Dixon. Nora Elaine Dobbs. Lauren Elizabeth Dukes. Leland Page Eith. Kelsey Taylor Ellis. Kendall Lee English. Kaylee Lynn Ferguson. Ellie McCook Fitzgibbons. Arrington Gunn Foster. Meredith Emery Franklin. Abigail Grace Galvin. Annie Lynn Gibson. Brenna Elizabeth Gilbert. Bonnie Alexis Gertman. Ben Joseph Globerman. Catherine Rain Hamill. Jaylyn Aubrey Harris. Caitlin Summer Hayes. Sarah Grace Henderson. Molly Grace Herron. Hannah Lee Hughley. Hannah Grace Horneman. Andrew Delaney Hudson. Libby Guanli Hughes. Bailey Elizabeth Inman. Olivia Caitlin Jamie. Lauren Elise Janos. Mackenzie Taylor Jones. Rachel Ann Kempsky. Catherine Virginia Kennedy. Kayla Marie Kearse. Emma Grace Key. Maya Michaela Nucky. Alexandra Lorraine Krieger. Emma Marie LaPrade. Sophia Ruth Long. Faith Virginia Lowry. Michelle Danu Macau. Ava Josie Martin. Charlotte Grace Martin. Ellison Catherine Martin. Annika Jaden Massey. Marley K. McCraney. Mara Ann McCullough. Jessica Lynn McEwen. Megan Deborah McNeely. Brecca Sean Shadid McLaughlin. Corinne Eileen Myers. Caitlin Paige Neesmith. Kate Elizabeth O'Rourke. Bethany Ann Parks. Samantha Christine Perkins. Sarah Catherine Ramsey. Megan Marie Reynolds. Emma Kate Reiner. Kayla Blake Rouse. Erica Elaine Rowland. Riley Ann Royster. Sophia Lee Seaball. Lily Grace Center. Sarah Alexia Serbin. Victoria Carolyn Simmerman. Anna Frances Sorkoff. Hunter David Stevenson. Fiona Jean Sullivan. Danielle Isabel Tan. Joanna Lynn Tate. Carmen Amaya Thompson. Catherine Grace Tootin. Madison Elizabeth Wack. Emma Grace Walls. Huntley Chad Ward. Kinsley Ann Watson. Imani Janae Williams. Melena Ray Williams. Haley Grace Wilson. Michaela Deja Winhoven. Alyssa Ryan Zugel.
Please join me once again in congratulating all the members of Georgia College and State University's 2026 graduating class. Would you please stand as Ms. Megan Bennett leads our newest alumni in the singing of the alma mater. The lyrics are printed on the back of your program.
Alma mater, teacher, friend, counselor wise and strong, for virtues taught, for visions wrought, we praise thee now in song. For joy of living, for strength in strife, for friendships that will not fail, for love of beauty, of God, of life, Georgia College, hail, all hail.
This concludes the Georgia College and State University commencement ceremony for the class of 2026. We ask all guests to remain standing at your seats as the platform party, faculty, and students recess from the building. Guests should then exit the building through the main entrance in this direction. We thank you for your attendance today. We wish you a safe trip home, and we extend congratulations again to the newest alumni of Georgia College and State University.
Bye.